Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Thursday, March the 9th. The year's 2023. Let's talk trading. How to fix your trading problem, Part 8. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And we've covered a lot of topics in this fixing your problems. And a lot of it really gets down to what you're telling yourself, your self-talk. Because as I've mentioned before, your thoughts and your beliefs affect your feelings, which affect your attitude, which affect your behavior and actions. So you see, thoughts and beliefs, that's the foundation that everything in your life is resting upon. So if you've got thoughts or beliefs that just really don't work well, then that's why things in life aren't working well. Now, the other thing we've talked about, of course, always is, risk management. And it's like, what do you tell yourself when you lose? Right there, that's a big one. So you have to, if you're willing to lose a certain amount per trade and you lose, what do you tell yourself? Because you've already accepted the fact that, hey, you know what, I might lose, 10 pips on this trade. And so if that happens, do you just shrug it off and go, oh, well, that's just the breaks? Or do you get mad? Do you start tinkering with your system? I mean, do you go ballistic? Is your laptop flying across the room, getting smashed to smithereens? You got to take a look at that. Now, where's the other screen I want to get to? And all of that, once again, that pain doesn't come from the market. It comes from your reaction in a market. Once again, your thoughts and beliefs affects your feelings, which affects your attitude, and then that causes you to throw that laptop across the room, smashing it, right? And then the money management side of it. What happens when you exit a trade and then it keeps going your way? What do you tell yourself? What do you tell yourself? But what I really want to talk about today is luck. Because you see, every win is luck because you don't control the outcome. So then it's like, well, if it's all about luck, then why do you spend all this time, writing these indicators and running frequency distributions and creating all these different systems? Well, you see, the thing about luck is what you can do to kind of put luck on your side is you create opportunities. You create things that put you in a position to be lucky. And it's that simple. So if you know historically certain things about a pair, then you can put yourself in position to be lucky. And one of the things that I know about the pound dollar is when you look at indicator 2, which is the EMA 5, and the reason why I call it indicator 2 is because it just paints a dot or plots a dot here. If the price is above it, it's aqua, and if it's below, it's magenta. Okay, so I know when this is 15 or higher, chances are we're going to get a reversal. And so I just wait, and I wait, and I wait. And you see here right now it's at 14, but it actually had been over when it was at 10, it was at 19. So I'm just going to sit here and wait and let this candle close. And then when the opportunity comes, I can take it short. I've already taken it short once from a few minutes ago during this move to the upside. Because if you come and if you look here, you see it ran up here. And then I caught it coming back down. And then right here on this, I think it was this candle right here, I shorted at 95 and took it to 90 on the M5. And so you see right here, just looking at this simple price action, putting luck on your side, it made a high, failed to make a higher high, failed to make a higher high. So just kind of wait to the end of the hour here, or top of the hour. We got a couple more minutes. Then I can put a short on when conditions are just right. But we got to see, because this next half hour could push higher. So I don't know, but I know somewhere soon there's going to be a reckoning here, because see, now we're at 16. 18 is really the number I like to wait for, but according to the frequency distributions, anything over 15 is an anomaly, or kind of out, a few standard deviations away. So you kind of look for that to pull back. So that's how I put luck on myself, or put myself in a position to be lucky, just based on, and here's 17, just based on historical data. Now, does that mean every time I put that trade on I win? No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. But I know statistically I've got the edge. So once again, I'm just waiting. You've seen it's going from 15 up to 17. And you just wait. And you just wait. And you see here, we now have top of the hour. So does it make a higher high? It looks like it already has. I think that's a new high for the day. Yeah, we put in a new high. We moved it 3 ball over. And you see this number dropped because indicator 2 moved up. It recalculated. So there you have the new one. So let's see, this could actually push up, but looking at simple price chart here, you can see it came up here, but it hasn't closed above it. You see how it's come through the 1900, it's pushing up. And maybe if we bring up, okay, we've got this return bar all the way up to 75. We're pushed up through. Looks like we're heading to the 25, because from 19 and 50, it really likes to go to the 75 and 25. From that 00 and 50, it likes to move. Was it yesterday? We had a nice 75 to 75 move, 100 pip move in that 1 hour. So I'm going to wait and see, can it get to the 25? And once again, just using simple price charts, looking at price action. And so probably here we're at M30. We'll see what happens. So if this thing turns red here at the 10 line, probably could get ready for a short. So it failed to close above 15 so far. We still got 2 minutes left. So this could have been a blow off top right here. Now if you were trading the M1 price action, and once again, what's price action? It's the movement of price as compared to the previous candle. That's pretty much how I define it. So you can see here it made a higher high, but then it came back down. So you could have taken the short at 15, been up a few pips if you're trading at this level. Here we go. Here's the 10, which will just turn everything red. And there you have it. Let's see if it comes back down and tries the 00. So once again, just trading these horizontal lines here every 5 pips, you can definitely do some scalping. Now, the thing is, I usually don't use M1 on this because, like I said, you know, you can get, this is where people would say, well, you're just going to get whipsawed. But if you look at M5 and you know the stats, so this candle crossed, probably had about a 10 pip range. And that's about one of those, you know, frequency distribution. It's like if it gets that high, that happens so infrequently. Maybe I'll put the frequency distribution indicator on this chart so you guys can see, or I'll just bring up the other screen, then you can see what I'm talking about. In fact, let me pause the video and I'll do that. Okay, so I found my frequency distribution. So here on M5, you can see it's greater than 5 pips about half the time. Greater than 10 pips, only 12% of the time. Or a little over 12% of the time. So when you look at this candle here, and why won't it give me, whoops, I hate it when it does that. So we had a high of 19 and a low of 6. That's a little over 12 pips. So you can see here, that's an anomaly. And as I had mentioned on this screen, you can see it failed to close above 15, failed to close above 10. That's why I was looking for a short here at the 10 line. And it would have given me a couple of pips. Because in this, when you're trading like this, looking, you know, going against that huge momentum, you just take a couple of pips. Because if it stops, it could do like it just did in reverse. And so you let this candle close, and if it fails to make a higher high, then on price action, it's making a lower high, and you can see here it's already made a lower low, so price could be heading in the opposite direction. And then looking to the left, you see this high, you know, right there when it hits that, that's a chance to go short, taking that break. And there we have it. So you can see down here on the buttons indicator how all these turned red. And one thing, we're on a new H4 candle right here. So you can see here, there's a pivot that needs to be hit down here. See, we've already dropped to 7. And once again, this is just knowing these frequency distributions. You know, once you run them, you only need to remember a couple of things. And then you can write them down and have them on your cards, or you can use the My Notes indicator and stick it right on your screen. But you can just use, you know, this simple price action to take advantage. So right here, just shorting at the 10 line, you could pick up a couple of pips. And depending on how heavy you trade, it could be a lot. Then here's the other thing about really putting luck on your side, because if you want to go for the big gains, you short it at 10. If you put your stop loss at 20, you sit back and you just wait. Either you get lucky or you don't. You're willing to lose 10 pips, but who knows? This thing might come down to 1875. I mean, right here, if it comes down to 1900, that's 10 pips in the bag. Maybe you put your stop loss, move to break even +5 or break even +2. What's the worst that can happen then? You give yourself a chance to get lucky. So, if you do things that put yourself in the position to get lucky, then sometimes you just might get lucky. Because remember, fellow traders, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is TheRumpledOne, over and out.